In a world full of pressure, in a world full of labels and all kinds of things, girls can only be future ready if they are skilled up, if they possess what it takes to survive and thrive in that future. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at 7 critical skills that every girl should have before she clocks 18. You heard me right. So let's dive deep into it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Princess Flores Ifeanyichukwu, and I am the Global Girls Coach. I'm passionate about raising bold, confident, responsible, and future-ready girls. 7 critical skills, and I'm going to share those skills right now with you. Number 1 is self-awareness. It is important that our girls are self-aware. What does self-awareness mean? It means your ability to know who you are, how you feel per time, your ability to place your emotion, know how you're feeling, and actually what to do at that point in time. Being self-aware is important so that our girls can name their emotions and as such be able to manage and control it. Number 2, communication. Yes, communication is not just about speaking. It's not just about listening. It's a lot in between those two. It's about being able to read the room. It's about being able to know when to say yes, when to stand, when to speak, and when to keep quiet. Those are skills that our girls need because they're going to walk into rooms where they're supposed to speak at certain time and keep quiet at certain time. They need to learn the skills to doing all of that. They need to learn to be able to use their voice, to be clear. You know, clarity is part of communication. Being able to express themselves. Expression is part of communication. So if they are, able to learn this communication skill, it's going to help them in the long run. Communication is not just about being assertive. It's not just about being able to, speak loud. There is a lot to it. It's about knowing the language to use. It's about knowing your vocabulary. It's about knowing the people in the room and how to talk to them. When you get into a room where they are all kids, there are things just to say. When you get into a room where there are adults, there's a way to carry yourself. There's a way to speak. There's a way to communicate. And all of that are important. And that is what communication skill gives to you. So before she turns 18, she needs to learn these skills and actually work it into her system. Number 3, confidence. I can't talk about this enough. Of course, that's one of the things we do at Global Giant Girls. We raise girls who are bold, confident, solid, and responsible, right? Because I'm tired of seeing girls behave like vegetables. I'm tired of seeing girls not able to take up responsibility, not able to stand their ground, defend themselves, understand their value, their worth, work by it. So I want girls to be able to be confident, and that's a survival skill that every girl needs. She needs to be super confident in her skin, love her body, understand her body, have that sense of who she is, and be able to walk in that power. See, there's a difference between Carlos being disrespectful. There's a difference between pride and confidence. Confidence is about knowing who you are and working in that power. So it's not arrogance. It is that assurance that you have in who you are and being able to work in your skin, accepting who you are and knowing that I am enough. Very important. Number 4, emotional intelligence. This is a super important skill because as they go from childhood to the teenage years, to the preteen and teenage years, puberty sets in, they're growing, the body is changing, there are mood swings become a thing, and so they need to learn emotional intelligence. They need to know how to manage their emotions, how to even name their emotions, how to identify how they are feeling per time, trace their emotions, and all those things are skills. It's important to know how you're feeling per time, why you're feeling how you're feeling, and what to do about that feeling. Sometimes a lot of girls get into trouble because they are not able to manage their emotions. So they do things that are out of the script and they get into trouble, they get into a mess and all of that. So emotional intelligence is an important skill that your daughter need to learn before she turns 18. Number 5, digital discipline. Oh my goodness, I can't talk about this one enough. Digital discipline is an important skill that your daughter needs. Is she able to understand what media is, how to use media, how to use her devices in an empowering way, in a way that will build her and not break her? Is she able to understand boundaries, what to share, what not to share, what to click, what not to click, when to stop scrolling? Does she have rules around all of this? Of course, that's why I put together a course called Screen Mastery Blueprint. I put that course together because I got tired of parents always complaining that, oh, my girl, she's always on her phone, she's always on a laptop, she's always watching movies, games, social media. She's always just online. She's getting addicted. You know, digital skill, digital discipline is something that every young person actually needs, because there comes a time where you need to tell yourself, stop. You don't need the rules set by your parents all the time. There comes a time when you need to prepare your own personal constitution and tell yourself, this is my boundary. This is how much is too much. This is how far I cannot go. And that's a skill in itself, because it's not something that comes easy. I'll stop it there. If you need more, you want to sign up your daughter to get digital course that I've prepared. It is a course that can help your daughter move from addiction to freedom while using her device if she needs to. Next is leadership. Yes, leadership is very important. It's a skill that every girl needs. It is your ability to influence in small and big ways. That's what leadership is. However, when I talk about leadership, I'm always particular about personal leadership, because public leadership starts from personal leadership. You cannot lead the crowd if you're not able to lead yourself. You're just taking a walk. So you want to be able to lead yourself. That's a skill that our girls need to learn. The ability to tell themselves, this is what I do. These are my boundaries. These are my values. I wake up by so time. I sleep by so time. I don't do this. I don't do that. No matter how many persons are doing it in the room, I don't do it. That's actually how to raise disciplined girls. Girls who are able to lead themselves. You tell yourself when to wake up and you wake up at that time. You tell yourself when to be in the house and you be. You know, you don't need 1,001 rules set by organizations, schools, parents. You obey those rules, but you also obey those rules you also set for yourself. So self-discipline, personal leadership is a skill that your daughter also needs. And finally, critical thinking. Yes, critical thinking is an important skill that every girl needs. Critical thinking is that skill that helps her in making decisions. Of course, I wrote a book, Making Wise Decisions, because I'm tired of girls, making decisions that sometimes you imagine if their brain is working. They do things, they take steps, they just get into decisions that you wonder if it is brain that they're working with at all. So critical thinking is a skill that every girl, your daughter, needs to develop before she turns 18, because those skills are going to help her to navigate. They're going to help her to do the right things at the right time. Those skills are going to help her to make certain strategic decisions that will empower her for a greater future. So these 7 skills are the skills that your daughter needs to thrive. So let me know in the comment section, which of these skills are you going to encourage your daughter to start developing already? Would you want me to also mentor your daughter, to partner with you in raising a global giant girl? We run our annual mentorship program where we provide girls mentorship supports, teachings, and accountability that helps them grow and thrive into a woman of purpose. So if you would want your daughter to join hundreds and thousands of other girls to be a part of this annual structured mentorship program, then click the link in the comment section and you will see exactly how to go about it. Registration is ongoing, and I look forward to having your daughter in the tribe. And that's how we come to the end of today's video. Make sure you share with someone, like, subscribe, because we are building a community, we're building a safe space for our girls, and your subscription and sharing this video will make it easier and more